I'm going to be making a side dish, garlic butter frozen vegetables, and I will have the recipe at my website. The first thing you'd usually do for any recipe is assemble all your ingredients. I wanted to show you a neat little trick. I bought this frozen parsley, not frozen parsley, this Italian parsley over a week ago. And if you know you're not going to be using your parsley right away, one way to keep it fresh is put it in a jar of water. And let the roots go down into the bottom of the jar. And you see it looks pretty good for having been in the refrigerator for over a week. And I thought, you better make this recipe today because I don't think this parsley is going to last much longer. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take some of the parsley, rinse it out. The recipe calls for a tablespoon. I think I'm going to just go ahead and make it 2 tablespoons. I got to use up all this parsley. I'm going to go ahead and use up 2 tablespoons of this, and just fresh mince it. Cut it, mince it up, and get all the ingredients ready. I already got the chicken stock ready right there, and there's the butter. So basically, I do have some Parmigiano-Reggiano cheese, but I'm going to be saving that for another recipe, and I already bought some freshly grated Parmesan cheese for this. So we'll go ahead and use that. So let's go ahead and chop up the parsley and get it ready for the recipe. This reminds me of when I had an herb garden. I used to live in a home where I had a patio where I grew herbs in pots, and I would go out there and cut what I needed for my recipe for that day. Yeah, I just cut some there, and I rinsed it, and now I'm going to mince it into, get it ready for the recipe. Here we go. So yeah, let's get about 2 tablespoons. I'm telling you, when you put it in water, it's almost like you're cutting something that you grew yourself in your garden. It's amazing. So yeah, it helps the vegetable to last, the parsley to last longer. So I'm just mincing it down. You know what? Actually the recipe calls for 1 tablespoon, and I'm actually doing a little bit more. I've got more vegetables than what the recipe calls for. Actually, I think I'm good here. Yeah, flat leaf parsley is a little bit stronger than regular parsley, so this is good, yeah. I'm going to kind of modify the recipe that I got online and throw in some dill, because I happen to love dill. I don't have fresh dill, but I've got dried dill, so I'm going to throw some of that in there. I've been cooking long enough that I pretty much know what works. Kind of mix it here. That'll work. Okay. So yeah, I like to get all the ingredients assembled ahead of time so that when I get down to cooking, I got everything ready. I've learned that makes cooking a lot easier. Oh, another thing I need to do is I need to get about 3 cloves of garlic minced. So we'll work on that next. All right, let's go ahead and... I actually chopped some more Italian parsley. And I felt I wanted some more. Let's go ahead, and now I need to chop up the garlic. So this is going to be, it said 3 cloves of garlic, but some of these are really small. So I decided to get 4 because I happen to love the taste of garlic. So let's go ahead and mince them. It's going to be approximately 1.5 teaspoons of what I need. Okay, I took the skins off of these garlics, and now I'm going to get ready to mince them. What I usually do when I mince garlic is I just kind of cut them up, and then I this, and then I just use my knife kind of fast to mince. Actually, I think I'm going to have more than enough. I just happen to love garlic. I think I made Not following the recipe exactly. Yeah. I am a garlic lover. These are garlic butter frozen vegetables, right? Okay, so here's what you do. You see how that's how you mince. So let me just go ahead and get that done. Okay, here's my medium saucepan. Let's go ahead and put in, oops, the chicken broth in here. Okay, the recipe says I need to cook this over medium heat until it simmers, so I'll turn it back on when that happens. Okay, it is definitely simmering. So let's go ahead and add vegetables. Looks like I got the right size pan here. There's another one coming. Yep. Okay, we're going to add vegetables. I think I'm going to use this. And cook for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this stirring often until heated through, and then I'll be draining it and returning the vegetables to the pan. So I think I'm going to put the heat up just a bit. Okay. I happen to know my stove. So let's go ahead and do that. In about 5 minutes, then I'm going to drain this. Okay, I'm still stirring. It's been about 4 minutes. Because the vegetables were frozen, it's they're not really yeah. Actually, that's kind of good in a way because you don't want to overcook vegetables. It usually ruins them. So let's see. Let me feel it here. It's still cold. Yeah, let's go a little. Let's go about another 5 more minutes. Definitely want to get it warm, that's for sure. It's been about 10 minutes and I'm starting to see a little bit of steam come up. Let's turn off the heat and drain the vegetables. Okay. Trying to film and do this at the same time is like, whoa. You know, it's easier to cook when I don't have to worry about filming. You might say it'd be helpful because I have to. There we go. Alright, you get the drift. I'm draining everything here. Let me turn the camera off so I can get some room in here. Okay, I had to put the camera in a different location so I can work, okay? I have to be able to walk. Okay. Let's go ahead and put the vegetables back in here. All right. Oh. Yeah, I'm sure that chicken broth is going to impart a very nice flavor. So I put the, yeah, basically I put the vegetables back in there. And now we add the butter and the garlic. Okay. The recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of butter. Actually, because I'm using more vegetables, it would be 2.5. But I'm going to stick to just 2 tablespoons because I am on a bit of a diet. Haha. Let me see. Let's use this one. Yeah. That'll work. That's enough. Maybe a little more. I happen to like butter flavor, you know. One advantage of using a metal spoon is I can use it like this and get the butter to come off this way. Use it to stir. This is a metal measuring tablespoon measure. So let's just go ahead and throw. I'm just going to put it up on medium heat and throw in the garlic. Put it in here. Lizzo's brain controls make it so I don't even talk right. She's crazy, man. She needs to go get a life and not be so obsessed with me. Alright, anyways, her brain control is atrocious, you guys. I can't even make a cooking video without her making me bumble about when I talk. Okay. Add butter and garlic to the pan. Cook over medium heat for several minutes, stirring often until butter is completely melted and coats the vegetables. Okay, let's put it up to about. This'll work. You'd be amazed. I've learned that there is more calorie in oil than there is in sugar. So that's the reason I decided to cut back a little bit on the oil, because I'm on a bit of a diet. So I'm putting enough in, believe you me, there's going to be plenty of butter in here. I might skip my nuts for today. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and toss this around. Okay, let's see. I'm actually going to throw in some dill right now because this is dried dill and it needs kind of like, goodness, it needs to kind of like meld into so I'm throwing it approximately, yeah, that's good, just enough to give it a nice flavor, about a teaspoon maybe. Just throw it in now. I happen to like the flavor of dill. I think a little bit of pepper would be good in this too. So let's go ahead and throw that in there. Yeah. I think that'd give it a nice flavor. Just a little bit of pepper. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Alright, that's good. Remove from heat, season with salt. I'm not going to season with salt because the broth had salt in it. And stir in fresh minced parsley. Let's go ahead and turn the heat off. Alright. Let's go ahead and move it around. Actually looks pretty good. Okay. So the heat is turned off. They say to remove it from the pan, but I like my parsley a little bit cooked, so I'm leaving it here. Okay, I like it to kind of like meld into the vegetables. Okay. Stir in some freshly minced parsley and sprinkle on some Parmesan cheese. Yes, I think that would be delicious. So I'm going to put in, they say 2 tablespoons, so I'm going to just kind of guesstimate here. Actually, it should be more than 2 tablespoons simply because I'm using more frozen vegetables than the recipe called for, but this is good. Just give it the nice cheesy flavor. Okay, here we go. It is done, and I'm going to go ahead and test this and let you know what I think. Let me get a final film on it here. So that's what it looks like. Okay, let's try it. I'm just really busy, so I'm going to just try it this way, and I'll let you know. All right. That's got an interesting flavor. It's good. I like it. Delicious. Good. We'll definitely be posting this at my YouTube channel. It is good. Let me, yep, delicious.